Hey guys, this is Teacher Mark, and I have another tip for the new teacher starting out about lesson prep. So, I was kind of concerned about this. In another video, I talked about how um, on a Thursday evening, I was going to have my first VIPKID lesson on the following Monday, and then overnight from Thursday night to Friday morning, I ended up having 3 classes that Friday night back to back. And I was pretty concerned about how I was going to prepare for everything and keep everything straight to meet all of the lesson objectives and to just know the material because I hadn't taught any VIPKID slides before outside of my mock. So I did some research and I found a couple of different teachers have their approaches, and so I took something that I saw that I liked and I kind of adapted it to what I thought would work better for me. So this is what I came up with. It's really straightforward. It just has the lesson number up here, so you can kind of see here. This is um, main main course or major course. And then you can see level 2, unit 1, learning cycle 1, and lesson 1. And then all it is here is I just put a bunch of numbers here for the different slides, so I could write everything out what it was, or what each slide was going to be. And then I have the target vocab, the sentence structures I need to go over, and the grammar points that I need to hit. I just did this in Excel. It was super easy. I'll put a link in the description below to this one, just a PDF. If you guys want to use it, feel free. And then I didn't have room in Excel, so down here I just wrote props. And so for this one, it was just flashcards for A, B, C, and D. So really straightforward. Then I think that very next week in the course of teaching my lessons, I ended up getting a unit assessment. And when I first saw the slide count, it was like 45 slides. I had a heart attack. I didn't think there was going to be any way I could get through it. Okay, if you're in that situation, don't panic. There's a lot more fluff to unit assessment than what you would ever expect, and chances are you're going to need to extend a good 5 minutes. If your student knows their stuff, you're going to need to extend for a good 5 minutes to fill out the time. So here's my lesson prep form that I did for the unit assessment. There's more slides, and you can see like all these little groupings that I have. It's part of the built-in reward system to the lesson. And unless you're doing that reward, those slides are just fluff. You never talk about them. So if you watch one of my other videos, like I do Google Slides, or sometimes with younger kids I'll do like a physical reward system. But most of the time you just get to these slides and just click right through them. Boom, boom, boom. You don't even have to talk about them. And so the way this formatted here, I ran it up to 50 slides, and then I just had to write in here my target vocab, my target grammar, and the sentence structures that I needed to hit, just so I can refresh myself. And I don't refer to this during class. This is entirely a mental exercise to go through, get familiar with the material, and to know what I need to talk about. It's been extremely helpful. It gets me in the mind frame. I know what it is. I have an idea for where I'm at in the slide deck, and I know what's coming up and how to address it. So I will do another video specifically on unit assessments. For now, this is just lesson prep. So I hope this has been useful to you guys. I hope it can take some of the pressure off, as being new teachers and becoming familiar with with the material and what's covered in the different units. It can be a little overwhelming because at the beginning everything is new. Now I will say I did this. I think here these are my session prep forms for the first, I think, 20 classes that I did, 20 or 30. I have I have not done them because I have not done them since then. At this point, this is November 20th, 2018. I've taught 101 classes. I did the session prep forms for uh, like 20, the first 20 classes or so. I've not done them since because I'm getting a feel for what's covered in the different units for 2 and 3. I am getting a feel for how to pace myself going through the different sections of the lesson, and I right now can pretty much go through a slide deck, know what props I want to use, and then I rely pretty heavily on the tool in the, like when you're teaching, the classroom portal, when you're what you see when you're teaching in the classroom. There is a way to see what the objectives are for that class, and I rely pretty heavily on that to make sure as I'm going through the different slides that I hit those. So uh, my lesson prep now has reduced greatly. Um, Dialing in my rewards that I talk about in another video helps a lot with that, and just getting a feel for the material and the best way to cover it helps a lot too. So I hope that's a benefit to you guys. Again, I hope we can take some of the pressure off, and we'll see you in another video. Take care.